Welcome back to the channel. This is the Action Figure Grader, and it's Friday. It's time to go over some items that are for sale at auction on eBay that are closing in the next few days that I thought were worth showing. I'm unfortunately making this video a little earlier in the week than I'd like because of my work schedule. I've got so much work this week that this was the only day I could make it. I'm sure there's a lot more awesome stuff out there that will be popping up over the next few days, but I wanted to get this video out there. As always, in the video description, there will be eBay affiliate links in the event you want to bid on any of these. And if you end up winning, at no extra cost to you, it does help out the channel. So thanks to those of you that use the eBay affiliate links. Really appreciate it. We're going to start off with some vintage collection and then go right into loose graded vintage Star Wars, and then finish things off with some mint on card vintage Star Wars. Lots of really good items here. I'm sure there's other good stuff, but this is what I could sneak in for this video a little bit earlier in the week than I'd like. So here are some that just got listed that end next Monday. And I just thought they were worth showing because they're harder to find Canadian vintage collection, which, you know, we've talked about this in the past. The Canadian vintage collection, they were produced one for every 10 of the US cardback versions. So these are tougher to find, and I just thought that I had to show these. And, you know, they're in varying degrees of condition. They got a little wave to the card, things like that. Some of them are punched, some of them unpunched. But these Canadian cardbacks are very tricky to find and usually very pricey. And so the first one is a VC34 Jango Fett on the Canadian cardback, unpunched. The starting bid price is $146, which I think is actually a really fair starting bid price, given that the US card, as we've talked about in past videos, it's kind of hovering about this same price point, $130 to $150. So to get the unpunched Canadian example for about the same price, at least that's the starting bid price. I know when I used to own this particular Canadian cardback, and I paid a lot more than this starting bid price. So good luck on that one. Same seller also has Zam Wessel on the Canadian card, unpunched as well. And the starting bid price is $87. Again, very fair starting bid, given that the US card usually goes for $75 to $90 thereabouts. And this one doesn't. They all include star cases for this particular seller. Here's the really tricky one, and what's funny is that the starting bid price on this is very cheap. This is the multi-language Canadian name pill for the Echo Base Rebel Soldier. This is the one that's got like 5 different languages on it, and I think I paid $300 for mine, or if not higher, for mine. And this one's got Portuguese and Spanish and English, obviously, and French. And so this is one of the tougher ones to find and one of the more unique name pills out there. And the starting bid price is $30. So I think that one's going to go really cheap and definitely worth grabbing this one alone. If you only grab one, grab this one. This one is a really good deal right now. I don't know what they're worth because I haven't seen them sell recently, but that particular cardback for the Echo Base Rebel Soldier with that gigantic multi-language name pill, it used to be really expensive, and again, it might still be. This one might still end up at that same price. I have no idea, but at least the starting bid price is really cheap. They also have a punched example of the Canadian General Grievous VC17. So if you're looking for that one, that's another one that doesn't pop up very regularly. It is a punched example. The starting bid price on that one is $109 US. So all of the prices are very reasonable. And then here is Anakin Skywalker VC13 on the Revenge of the Sith card. Anakin name pill, again, a punched example. And this one also has the Boba Fett rocket firing mail-away offer, the corrected version. So obviously we talked about the Boba Fett. This one is corrected, and it's just got the single B in there. So this one, the starting bid price is $146. Again, about fair market value for just the US card. So again, it's the same seller for all of them. He's got a few others that are out there, so you can check the seller's other items, but I wanted to point those out because Canadian TVC are a little tougher to find. On to the loose graded, we've got a Snap Cape Blue Lightsaber Hong Kong Luke Jedi. So there you go. It doesn't show up very well, but there is the blue lightsaber. UKG 85% brand new case style. The current bid is only $41. This one is located in Sweden, and this one ends Saturday at 11:37 Eastern Time. So beautiful example there. He also does have a molded face Luke Jedi with the green saber, obviously. This is a Taiwan, I believe. Let's see. Yeah, Taiwan molded face snap cape. So that's another tricky variant to track down for Luke Jedi. UKG 85% new case style on that one. That one's at $71, ends about the same time on Saturday. Same seller also has a UKG 85% Taiwan Boba Fett. Beautiful looking example, very clean overall. And that one's at $41 and ends Saturday. So that is it for UKG high-grade items that are at auction. Now it's on to CIB/AFA. They have some incredible items again at auction. It seems like the last 3 videos that I've made for what to buy, AFA and CIB have had some awesome items for sale. And I didn't pull up all of them. I just brought a few of them out to show you, but you can check their other inventory. First, for the loose graded, they have another Taiwan Boba Fett. So if you got a UKG 85 Taiwan, and then you got an AFA 85 Taiwan Boba Fett, that one's at $142.50. All of these items from CIB, AFA, end Sunday evening. So there's an AFA 85 Taiwan Fett. They also have an AFA 85 Imperial Dignitary loose graded, brand new case style. No nose rub either. That's a tricky one to find with no nose rub. Very nice looking figure. And then on to the mint on cards from AFA. We've got a 12-back C Darth Vader unpunched, no price sticker, clear blister, AFA 75. So here are the sub scores: 75, 75, 85. That is a beautiful example of Darth Vader. That one is, alluding back to maybe some of the items that may be already pretty high. This is one of them. This is 1125 right now. And again, it's a 12-back C Vader, so it's in fairly high grade. Probably going to close somewhere in that $1,500 ballpark. I don't know exactly where, but that is certainly a beauty. And a clear blister, unpunched, no price sticker. It's about as good as it gets right there. Obviously, there are some higher grades, but that is it really presents very nicely for a 75. Same seller also has this die-cast Imperial TIE Fighter on a 12-back, and this one's an AFA 80. They just had one that sold in another auction. I think it was the X-Wing on the 12-back that sold for it was an AFA 80 as well, that sold for like $1,100. So they seem to command big money for the 12-back die-cast. $655 is the current bid on that one. Next up is an AFA 75 31-back B walking photo for Luke Skywalker Bespin fatigues. You can see why it got the 75. It's got some creasing and spider veins around the hang tab, as well as by the ages 4 and up, as well as also on the Empire Strikes Back logo. So the subscores are 75, 85, 85. Here's the back of the card. Again, some scuffing and things like that on the back of the card, but really, again, presents very nicely for a 75. And that hopefully keeps the price down just a little bit. But that is a beauty for a 31-back B Luke Bespin fatigues. The current bid is at $560. They also have a mint and seal box Wampa. Very nice condition. No fold on the flap for this Wampa. And this one is an AFA 80. Mint and seal box, AFA 80. The current bid on that one is $677. So we'll see where that one ends up. But that is another beauty. They've got a couple of different Hoth Rebel Commanders are available. The first one is the Transition card 48-back Return of the Jedi. This one has the target price sticker, and it is also punched. It's still got an AFA 80 plus with straight 80 subscores. So again, maybe, if you're into collecting these Transition Return of the Jedi cards, the Hoth Rebel Commander is maybe one of the less desirable ones, so hopefully that keeps the price down. The current bid is at $250, crystal clear blister on that one. There is also a Tri-Logo Hoth Rebel Commander that's graded AFA 80 plus. Just to note, though, that it is a yellowed blister. So you can see the yellowing to the blister on that one, and that is noted on the label. 85, 85, 80 are the sub-scores on that one, but that's still a beauty. The current bid on that one is $150-$250. I bet that one sells for less than $250, somewhere in that ballpark. Next up is a Power of the Force. Again, clear blister, AT-ST driver. That one always seems to stay clear blister. AFA 75, card 75, blister 80, figure 85 on that one. punched example with some litho tears in the upper right. If they had left that price sticker on there, it probably would have graded higher, but unfortunately they tried to take the price sticker off, and that affected the overall grade back down to a 75. The current bid on that one is $305. Next up, we've got a AFA 85 plus Han Solo in Carbonite on the Power of the Force card. Very, very high grade. 85, 85, 90 are the sub scores. The current bid on that one is already $710. I would imagine this one's going to clear $1,000 pretty easily for an AFA 85 plus. Beautiful example. Light yellowing to the blister, but again, unpunched, no price sticker. That one is a true beauty. Next up, going away from AFA to wrap things up, this one is a 20-back Death Star droid, and I did want to point out, it's ungraded, but it does have some light spider veins by the hang tab and then right below the ages 4 and up. The rest of it looks really, really clean. You can see the blister is crystal clear, no dings that I can tell in the blister at all. I think this one would probably grade a 75 for the card, but then an 85 and an 85 for the figure and for the blister. I think it gets the overall 80. It's a very, very nice example. Just a couple of very light creases there on the front of the card. So, again, you're taking a little bit of grading risk on that one, but that one's a really nice looking example. I think it gets the overall 80 pretty easily. That one's at $302 is the current bid on that one. Same seller also has this 12-back die-cast land speeder, and this one is in really good shape overall. There's one little faint crease that you can see there, two faint creases, so that probably holds it back from getting above, probably about a 75 would be my guess on this. The crease, unfortunately, it doesn't look bad in the far away photo, but when you start looking at these close-ups, you can really see how that crease goes. So I think the card score might even be a 70. I don't know. But it's already at 237.50. It looks like it might also have some light yellowing to the blister. It could just be dirt. I don't know. But bid accordingly, right? Don't overbid on this one because it does have some creases that kind of faintly go through the card back. But it really presents nicely. And this is probably one that's not grade worthy. Probably just a good one to get like a Ian sledding acrylic case for it and call it a day. But that really presents very nicely from a distance. It's just some of those close-ups, you can really see the creases on that one. Again, that one's at $237.50. Finally, we've got a Power of the Force Obi-Wan Kenobi unpunched, no price sticker. And this one is a beauty. This one is in really good shape overall. I mean, you can see some of the different angles on this one. I think this one gets an 80 plus, if not an 85. Very, very high grade on this one. The current bid is at $202.50. This one ends Monday afternoon at 5:27 Eastern time. But just looking at it, I would be hard-pressed to believe that this one doesn't at least get an 80 plus. But just looking at it, it looks like an 85 quality. And hopefully you get that one for a pretty good deal. So anyway, I hope you found something in here that you can bid on. Please use those eBay affiliate links in the video description if you want to help support the channel. Thank you as always for watching, and I'll be back soon.